Okay, New York and Asia session done. Took one trade in New York on NAS, and I took one trade today, Asia session on GJ. Past couple of days, Jan pairs have been moving really nicely, so I've been trading pretty much exclusively on GJ. Haven't done my videos, been really busy, so I'll recap what I've been doing on GJ today. Last Asia session video, I took this trade over here, fake out setup at the low, previous day low, previous H8 low. Wanted to hold this up to the previous month high. Reason why is because on the monthly levels, previous month closed as a bearish fake out month. Broke above the previous month high and closed below it. Here's the monthly fake out level. I'm bullish above, bearish below. Whenever I draw these fake out levels, I also look to see where my breakout levels are. I'm overall bullish above, overall bearish below. So I took that Asia session trade because it faked out or retested that fake out level and gave me a fake out setup above the monthly breakout. What this tells me is that this peak isn't confirmed and that price is still wants to continue creating a new peak or go right back to that peak again. So took this setup, trying to take it all the way up. Didn't go all the way through. There was a range over here. Saw this inside bar extend the peaks of the previous bar. Whenever I see inside bars, price came all the way there, had a trigger, had an alert up there, triggered that alert, and I went break even. And so that first Asia session trade was a break even trade. But I got another setup in London, faking out the H8 low below the previous day low. And then once it faked that out, that's a breakout reversal setup. This momentum bar took out the last M15 bearish breakout bar, flipping the bias of the M15 bullish. And so the other thing that I need in an entry is the H1 traders on my side as well. So once price got above that H1 breakout level, I entered. I always want the M15 and H1 to be aligned before I take a trade, and taking this up to the previous month high again. So these monthly setups, I've said before, they often take multiple attempts until they move. I also hold them for a lot longer. I'm more patient with them. I don't get shaken out or anything like that. I don't get worried by these pullbacks or anything. I just let the market move. So at this point, once it faked out the H8 high in New York, I went break even and left it like that. Next day, it faked out the previous day high right at London Open. Didn't like that it faked out the daily previous day high, so I ended up taking partials on this one. So it took about 1.3 R in partials. Went break even there. I was already at break even, but I kept it there. Price came down, didn't get taken out by this move down. We were below this H8 breakout level, below the daily breakout level. So I was a bit unclear about bias, but once price came right back above and closed above the previous day high, I saw this nice momentum bar on the H1, and I ended up taking a trade straight off the H1, a breakout setup, stop loss at the low of that bar, one bar stop, and I wanted to hold this up to the previous month high again. So took this one in London, and once price got to the weekly open, the week direction level in New York, I took partials on my second position. So about 2.5 R partials on my second position. Went break even at this point and held it through the night, and want to hold it up to the previous month high again. And then today we're above the daily breakout level. It's a breakout, bullish breakout day. We're above the H8 breakout level. Last H8 closed bullish breakout. And once I saw this H4 get faked out above the H8 breakout level, I wanted to enter after this momentum bar. So this is a breakout continuation setup on the H8. It means that the peak isn't locked in and price is probably going to go right back to that peak. So ended up taking this as price got above this H4 low, and again holding this up to the previous month high. Had an alert right at the previous day high, and once it triggered, I dropped down to the M1 and was timing to take my partials. So once the breakout level got reversed, the last bullish breakout bar gets reversed by a bearish one. This yellow bar right here, this momentum bar, flips this time frame bearish. And so once I saw that, I ended up taking partials. So took partials about here, 2.5, about 3R partials on this move, and went break even, and then holding up the runners again to the previous month high. Don't know if it's going to get up there. I would think that it would, because we're in a range on the weekly, and usually these ranges get triggered at some point. I would assume that price would at least fake out that range or continue up. Higher time frames are all bullish, so I have no reason to end my trade at the moment. So let's see if that wants to continue. Moved up my other positions right below here, low of the day. These two positions are at the low of the day. This third position's at break even. And so let's see if this wants to go. So I had some nice trades on GJ. Again, yen pairs are moving really nicely. Haven't really had any reason to look at anything else. These ones have been just moving really beautifully for me. And so that's it. That's the only trade I took in Asia. Yeah. And so yesterday's New York session took one on NAS. NAS trade was breakout levels bullish breakout day. We got above the breakout level right here. Triggered the H8 high and faked it out. But I think it was a range as well. There's an inside bar on the H8. So we're inside of a range. So I did not want to take this down because we're inside of a range. Inside bar over here creates a range. So did not trust that move. Did not trust a reversal move. And then once price broke above this range, wanted to take it up. We're above the previous week high at this point, above previous day high, above the H8 high. Every time frame is bullish. So no reason to look for any reversals. Was initially thinking of a reversal once this fake out bar faked out the H8 high, but once price got up and stayed above the previous day high, previous week high, previous H8 high, no way I'm looking for a reversal on this. So dropped down to the M1 and or M2, I mean, and was waiting for the continuation move up. So I always wait for that M15 low to get faked out. And so once that got faked out, I entered straight off of this candle. One bar stop. This is a breakout. Usually I take one bar stops on breakout setups and holding it up. And I ended up taking partials. Again, I always watch those breakout levels. So here's this momentum bar took out that last bullish breakout level, but there was no continuation of that move. So, and it continued back up. And then we have a second one here. And once price got below this, then I ended up taking partials. So took partials on this, about 3.5R, and holding it through. So now I'm at break even, and I did not get taken out, and holding this move. And let's see if this wants to continue up. Reason why I'm holding this is because higher time frames are bullish, and high of the year is still quite a ways away. And yeah, so higher time frames were all bullish, and was looking for a move back up, at least to this previous month high. And that's it. It's the only trade I took yesterday, and yeah. And let's see if this wants to continue on. And so now, don't know if I'm going to be trading London, but if I do, or if I'll have time, I'll make the videos. But I've been pretty busy. Whenever I'm free, I'll make some videos. But these are all the trades I took. Didn't take anything else. And that's it.